Unsigned518. I'm here with Rodney Dukes of Legacy Music Group. What's up, man?
How's everything on this beautiful Sunday?
It is finally a fucking beautiful Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Like, it's been so rainy all week. I'm like very excited. Very excited for it.
It was like 40 degrees last week. Like,
Yeah.
I had on sweatpants and sweat. Like, it was crazy.
Now it's going to be 93 on Tuesday.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. But I guess we're not here to talk about the weather, although we could. We want to talk music, and we met actually at Metroland. Like we have like the open public forum or whatever, and I liked your style right out of the gate because you came with honesty and because a lot of times people will heap praise and you're like, do you really mean all that? And you kind of came with a little bit of, hey, this is a void that you're missing. This is a thing that you need to fill.
Absolutely.
You were like, you need to pay attention to this. And I was like, I like that. Someone that's coming with honesty. And I was like, can you please come on my show?
Listen, I tried. I tried the nice approach. I tried the political correct. None of that worked. So now I'm just transparent and honest about, you know what I'm saying, the obstacles and barriers, the who, what, where's, and whys out here.
And I think that's how you get shit done.
Yep.
By and it's not like you're like being a dick and being but you're being like, hey, this is something that needs to be addressed, and I'm addressing it.
Absolutely.
And let's do something. So, we were basically talking about a void in the music scene.
Yes.
And what you and your group are doing, and it's super fucking important, and it's engaging, and let's talk about it.
Well, first and foremost, it's just not just about legacy. I mean, we're one of the more popular ones, and we have range, and we can play every venue, but it's more towards, the little ones, the slingshot funk bands, the Doc Hortons, the Prime Times, the ones that like basically tan in the shades that aren't getting the opportunities. Like, it's an uphill battle for us. So just imagine what, they're going through. So I'm representing the Motown, R&B, pop, soul scene as a whole.
Right. And, finding like that void, like, is it a challenge of like venues to book at? Like, what are like the biggest?
The problem is, first and foremost, lazy booking. That's number one. So what they do is, in the turnover for some of these venues and booking managers. So let's say, and you're the booking person and you're going on to something else, and then you bring me in. There's a list on the wall, and it has all your heavy hitter bands. And what I mean is Skeeter Creek, Big Sky Country, the Refrigerators, the Accents. So what they do is, right, you got this list. All right, so now there's 52 weekends in a year. If we book these 6 bands 5 times, we're already 30 out. Now we only got to find 22 bands for the rest of the year for that Saturday night. So that's part of the problem right there.
So like it's almost like they get their bread and butter and they don't care about.
And then because it's not necessarily, they don't want to put the work in to find the certain band. So that's one of the issues. Another one is just like, I don't know if it's unprofessionalism or they're just busy. A lot of them just don't get back to you. A lot of them don't have no courtesy to be like, hey, we are booked up, or hey, try this, or.
And that's your whole job.
Yes.
Someone that
and I know they get the
emails,
emails, because I send them.
Right.
I go in, like I've gone to these places and knocked on, the manager's door, and I've done the footwork, the legwork, if it's because it's so passionate for me, if I feel as though it's a good fit, I don't stop. So it's just not one or two. Like, there's venues I've emailed 4 times and I know they got them.
Right. And it's almost like that kind of lazy. It's almost like not even lazy. It's like something else, because by reaching out to them that many times, you're doing the work for them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you're already doing like 70% of their job.
There you go.
And for them to just flip that into a booking, it feels like it would be a win. So if there's not a response, there's something else going on.
And that's crazy to me, because we've headlined the Victorian Stroll. We've played at the Egg. 2 years ago we opened up for Morris Day in the Time.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're at Rivers 4 times a year now. So it's like, you mean to tell me we could play at Rivers, which is kind of the mecca around here for bands, but we can't play this pole dunk hole in the wall that accommodates 20 people.
Right.
And sometimes I just send emails out and just to see if there's going to be a level of professionalism or if they're going to get back to me.
And you were saying, if I'm remembering correctly, because it was a couple months when we first met, but you were saying like Legacy Music Group can be adaptable in can go to smaller events, bigger events, less people, and that again is doing the work for them.
Listen, we were the first all minority band to play at the Victorian Stroll. We killed it. We were the first all-minority band to play at the Scattercoat Fair last year. We killed it. So we play at Rivers. So we play at the Whiskey Pickle. We play at Ophelia's. So that right there should tell you the range. That we played at an 85th birthday last year, and we played at a 50th last year. So that's telling you right there that we'll have our core songs, but we'll look in the crowd and be like, no, stay with the Motown.
Right.
Like we just played at the Glove Theater, sold out the Glove Theater last weekend. We did a little bit of the 90s, but we stuck to predominantly the Motown because that's what they wanted to hear. So we have the range to literally play any venue.
Do you do that on the fly? Like if you would literally like look in the crowd and be like, oh, let's mix in a little of this, mix in a little of that.
So for instance, the 85th that we did, right? We already know that the Motown, the Temptations, the Earth, Wind and Fires, the Whispers, the OJ, all that stuff, that's their music. So we stayed right there for the first hour and a half. Now, as the elders started to clear out, the people in their 40s and 50s like, all right, let's get into that 90s stuff. Right. So that's how we broke it down. So we literally will do that.
And it's just like basically call an audible, like kind of look around, hey, let's do this.
That's exactly what we do. So we got our core, like I said, 15 to 20 songs that we mix in. But again, we'll look into the crowd and, so if we play a nightclub, for instance, that's more of that 90s. That's more of the Belle Biv DeVoe, the New Edition, the Jodeci's, all those records that for the nightclub. So we'll probably stay right there. But if it's a festival, again, those are all those 60s, 70s classic.
Yeah, those are ones that there's not a fucking person alive that doesn't know these songs.
So we'll start. So for instance, anywhere we play, we'll start with My Girl.
Right.
Everybody, I don't care what age you are, iconic record, My Girl. Then we'll go into the Papa Was a Rolling Stones, the What's Going On, all those records that people know. Now, as we, get a little bit further in, we'll go to Michael. Everybody, I don't care what age you are, Michael Jackson.
Sure.
So stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love the adaptability. Yeah. There's I'm we were talking a little bit before we got recording about like my band, how I'm more about like the visual and the fun and getting the crowd involved than I am about perfection. And there are a lot of bands and a lot of acts that you're like, sure, they hit every note, but they stood there looking at their fucking fretboard the entire time.
There it is. Like, exactly. Where's the engagement? Where's the interactiveness?
Yeah.
Where's you letting your crowd sing along?
You're a performer.
Yes.
Fucking perform. You know what I mean? Like, and when we practice in this room, like, we're pouring sweat every practice because we practice. Because if I can't jump around like a fucking jackass in this room, then I'm not going to be able to do it on stage. So, and I think like the performance is such a part of it, but also because I did a little research on your music and like it's so fucking good, but the performance is there too. So that to me is like it's not like something that's even practiced. It's something that's it's in you. Like if that performance is that natural and easy, it's a different thing than just a musician that picks up a guitar and noodles around for 10 years and then begins to. So.
And like we're not even, I don't even consider us like a band. I would consider us more of a super group.
Right.
And that's why we're so good, because we all have showmanship. We all come from, a music background, and then we all kind of came together like Voltron. So I would consider us more like a local New Edition, because New Edition has the Belle Biv DeVoe. Then they have Ralph, then Johnny, but Johnny's in 3 groups.
Right.
You see them, and then Ralph has a solo career. Then Bobby is over here, and then 4 will perform together sometimes, and then the whole group will come together. So that's kind of how we are. So everybody has their, perspective things outside of Legacy, but then when it's time to come together, it's go time.
And everybody's at the top of their game, so there's no weak link. There's no getting up to speed. There's no like, let's, we got to teach you this. We got to. It's just like, and not to go to another group, but yesterday down in Albany, there was the 518 day.
Yes,
and
I heard about that.
I was emceeing the, introducing the bands, whatever, and Kai McClinton band.
Yeah,
their bass player was running late. And he literally came. I saw him running across the street. The band's on stage, ready to go. And they're literally going, he'll be here any second. He'll be here any second. And you see him fucking come booking across the street with his bass over his shoulder, and like comes in, basically plugs in 1, 2, 3, boom, start. And I was like, I would need to, if I ran like that to a gig, I'd be like, give me 20 minutes. I got to catch my breath.
Yeah.
Like, dude just like literally plugged in and went. And I was like, that's a professional. So
yes.
I love shit like that. So we should hear some music. We were going to play something. So what did you want to share?
We're going to play Everything Real.
Okay. Anything you want to say about the song before we roll it?
It's kind of, it was a song, probably their most famous song. So they sampled one of the late great Notorious B.I.G. They sampled a little bit of one of his songs, and so it was before I got into the group, but it's when they actually play, and they still play it like locally and in the clubs and stuff like that. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's check out Everything Real. Then we'll be right back to talk some more with Rodney D.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Now come on and go with me, girl. Come on over to my place. Feels so nice, yeah. Come on and go with me. Come on over to my place. What you won't do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers. Who be dipping in the beans with the spoilers? On a long run the chick in the toilets. Tryna get my hands on some grants like chorus. Yeah, leaving the wrong deal. 3-course meals, spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. But still, everything's real. On the cross town with the top down. Sounds banging out the back street. Legacy, we deep. Fashion is fine, wind blowing in the air. Baby, we can take it there. Whatever it is you need from me. Champagne bubbly, I'ma make it look in my eyes. Tell me what you see. Maybe you should be my girl. In the back of Johnny's, you know where to find me. Bottle in my hand, Legacy behind me. I just wanna see my beats work for that. I wonder what she do for a Birkin back. I'm the one you need, baby, come with me. Put your legs in the air like the letter V. Touching on your body, just me and you. Girl, I need your body. What you won't do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers. Who be dipping in the beans with the spoilers? On a long run the chick in the toilet. What you won't do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers. Who be dipping in the beans with the spoilers? On a long run the chick in the toilet.
As you can see, we're giving what you need. Legacy in Albany. As you can see, we're giving what you need. Legacy in Albany. Come on.
All right, we're back. That was Everything Real. Now, Rodney, when we first met back, I don't know, a couple months ago, I guess it was, you were talking about the music festival that you were getting together, and we're getting closer. I mean, I've certainly been seeing the hype build for it. So I guess tell us a little bit about that.
So how that kind of came about was last year. There was a little bit of miscommunication or whatever you want to call it. So we were supposed to perform at some couple of events in Troy, and then it ended up not happening. So a friend of mine, Kevin Pryor, who is the who works for the mayor, he's a coordinator of DEI in Troy. As I'm trying to get that situated, he was like, well, Rodney, why don't we do our own festival? And I'm like, well, that kind of defeats the purpose. So I was really adamant of not doing it. And he was like, well, if you really want to get it out there. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So just started out as, came from a place of frustration because of the lack of diversity in music. We ended up having 6 bands, Burke Star, Doc Horton, Legacy Music Group, and a few others. And then it went great. We had about 300 people attend last year, and we had a bunch of musicians and singers in the crowd that were like, can we get on that next year? And then I was absolutely. So what started out as, a thing of frustration now has morphed into this thing of love. So we expanded it. So we got, I was telling you earlier, 2 youth dance teams. We got 6 hip hop artists, including JB, aka Dirty Moses. We got Albany Lou, which is huge to get him to come out and perform. Yeah. We got 8 or 9 solo musicians coming out. I got Lacey Allen on there, and she's tearing things up right now. And then I got 8 or 9 bands, and I know we spoke about Kai McClinton, so they're on there. Yep. So we got quite a list of heavy hitters in the 518 to come out and perform, and they're all doing it out of love. Like, they're all volunteering their time and talents for this.
And that is a lesson that a lot of people can take, is like you said, it came out of a place of frustration. I feel like you're being gentle when you say frustration.
Oh, yeah.
But
definitely.
But you turned it into something different, whereas I think a lot of people take that and go the opposite way. If it starts with a place of frustration, or they feel like they've been slighted, they just fucking dig in and go to the negative, which gets nothing done.
Vinegar and bees, honey and bees. I can stay in my feelings and be spiteful and yada yada yada, but where would that have got me?
Right.
That wouldn't have got me the relationships that I've built now. That wouldn't have got me to the point I'm at. So the things that happened to us with being left off of certain events, that was rectified last year. So we did get to perform at the Victorian Stroll. We did get to perform at Powers Park. We did get to perform at Scotticoke Fair. We did get to perform at Flag Day over in Rensselaer. So the amends were made. Everything, people kept their word about going forward. So like I said, so that's why I was able to transition and make it about now music, and we've actually expanded it. So now not only we're going to have music there, it's going to be a resource fair. So I got verbal commitments from 20 employers and 15 nonprofits. Oh, nice. So now I'm in school for my getting to get my KSAC, and I'm big on recidivism. And if people don't know what that is for men that were formerly incarcerated. One of my goals is to keep them out of jail. So if I can bring the resources to the waterfront park, bring the employers down there in an environment where they're not intimidated, where it's not an indoor job fair, where they can dress how they want, where music is going, now, okay, go talk to DSS, go talk to this employment program, go talk to this employer that is felon friendly. So that's one of our big emphasis on the year as well.
I like that, like you said, because I'm big on in anything of taking the stigma out of things. If you need help in something, you should be able to seek help, and it fucking sucks when societally people make you feel like you should feel ashamed of it.
Exactly.
And I'm always lifting that, and so like you said, bringing these programs that are super fucking helpful, but sometimes people can't get through the door.
There you go.
Because of the pride, and bringing it somewhere where they're there anyway, and they could just be like, I'll just go over and check this out. Yeah. And then they're like, oh my God, this is great. Even if it's one person.
There you go.
Then you've done your job, even if it's one person.
So, and we're figuring between the farmers market down there, which is every Saturday, which is a national event. Like people come from all over to the Troy's Farmers Market. So between that and all the traffic that the event is bringing, there might be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 people down there this year. So that's going to be huge for the community. And with there's no rocking on the rivers. There's no rocking on the rivers this year.
Right.
Yeah. So now we can make that the focal point for music.
So those that don't know, where is the event taking place?
It's going to be down at the Troy, the waterfront park right there.
Okay. And that's it's so funny because when I lived in Troy up until maybe, I don't know, a dozen years ago. And I remember the first time I went back and saw what they did to that fucking park. And I was like, oh my God, I want to move back. Like, that shit is dope. Like, how they made that whole park like that, like with the stage right there on the waterfront. Because it wasn't there when I was there.
No.
But yeah, so right there on the stage, again, what was the date?
July 25th. So it's going to start at 12 o'clock, and then we're going to go all day. So it's going to be an all-day event. And then just in case of any bad weather, the alternate site is going to be at the Troy Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, either way, it's happening.
No, either way, it's going down.
Cool.
Like, we have to. Like, it's been a lot of work. A lot of people are looking forward to it. A lot of the musicians are excited because some of them have never played. There's only a handful of it that have played big platforms and played in front of hundreds and thousands of people. So I told them, this is your opportunity. This is the networking. This is your chance to collaborate with other artists that, this is your chance to see what they're doing right. Right. Their stage presence and performance. So this is the opportunity for a lot of these musicians and bands to kind of kickstart or jumpstart what they're looking to do.
Yeah, and you can learn a lot of shit by being a fly on the wall backstage at a production, man. Like, there's been a lot of times when I've been at these huge productions, just standing there, not talking to anybody, being
just
like,
soaking up the information. Yeah. Just be like, oh, that's how they do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the professional. Oh, that's how they transition. Oh, that's their quick wardrobe.
Yeah, that's why they do this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. I love that. So, it just seems like it's more than it's more than music. You're building something more than just hey, come see some bands and that's it. Like, you're not only helping the community, but you're helping the musicians themselves get to that next level if they do the work.
Exactly.
Because that's the other thing it'll show them. Like, oh shit, this is a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
to do this, And if you're willing to do it, it's cool, but at least know it's going to be. So I think we should hear another tune before we go. And then we'll be right back to wrap it up with Rodney Dukes.
Baby, tell me if you like it. Sexy, I like the feeling, so don't quit. You got the lock, I got the key, so let me open it and let me get you in the mood.
I don't have time to play games, girl. I wanna take you places, so let's see the world. Just think of all the places that you wanna be. Say yes and just have faith in me. Babe, you were the light for me, so light a different way.
Now we are here, baby. What you wanna do? I know you're feeling me, and I'm feeling you.
You're the one I wanna run to, keep me humble for sure. Put it on me, now I want it, coming back for more. You saw the best in me, when nothing was lifting me. We play like a recipe. You giving me all I need. I just want a real type of loyalty. If you want a man like me, don't lie to me. I know there will be times that you get tired of me.
Rodney, I want to thank you so much for coming out and doing this. It was a great conversation, as I knew it would be. And before we go, I want to give you the chance to say what I refer to as your gratitude. So microphone is all yours.
No, I just want to shout out Legacy Music Group. Shout out Tan in the Shades, which another band that's up and coming that I just recently begin doing a little work with here and there. So be on the lookout for them. And shout out to you for, having me on this, and the Metroland, because it is huge. And it's also, as I was telling Aaron, it is very influential, especially for the minority community, because there's just not a lot of representation for us right now. And it is changing, but like,
and we're trying.
Yeah,
we're
very much.
perfect.
Listen, when I seen Jamel on there, Mosley, Intel, like, I was very impressed, because that's one of my guys, and we've performed down there, and then we also got a show coming up there in September, so that's my guy right there at the Pickle. So when I saw that, and then when I saw the executive director, I believe, for Trinity on there as well, so I'm like, yeah, I like this. I like what they're doing.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah.
I think we're doing okay.
Yeah, and just shout out to everybody that supports us, and that comes to all our shows and stuff like that. So we'll be back at Rivers on July 11th, and then just come on out to, like I said, Unity in the Community, July 25th. We have one of the best lineups of talent, musicians, singers, hip-hop artists, and dance scenes probably assembled in over a decade or so.
I'll be there. All right. Well, he is Rodney Dukes. I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned518. I'll see you on the road. Unsigned518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening. Or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.